Biden is addressing this very quietly. He's addressing this a little differently than Canada is. Canada's jumping right down the throat of cryptocurrency, using the authoritarian government to freeze crypto wallets because they simply want to control the people. But Biden has appointed a crypto czar. Now, what is a crypto czar, you might ask, and what is the purpose of a crypto czar? Well, let's look to the Federal Reserve for a second. The Federal Reserve, under Jerome Powell, has been promising for quite some time that they have a project in the works. This project being a government-sponsored cryptocurrency, a digital currency from the United States government. Now, unless you're a financial geek, maybe you didn't pay a lot of attention to this. I'd heard it, sure. I didn't delve too deeply into it until very recently. And when I did, what I found was extremely troubling. Because what is the benefit, or what is the draw to Bitcoin, or one of the cryptocurrencies, Ethereum, or one of the cryptocurrencies that's very popular right now? The purpose of it is that it provides an alternative to the US dollar, to a currency that's controlled by the US government. So what would be the purpose then of a cryptocurrency that was sponsored and issued by the US government? Especially a US government under modern monetary theory that prints and spends paper money. They could literally, just with a click of their mouse pad, they could issue more cryptocurrency. The value in Bitcoin is that it has scarcity. The value in it is that there can't be more Bitcoin, that there is a finite amount of Bitcoin, and that has driven up the value of it. This is the idea of scarcity, that when there is a scarcity, it drives up the value, gives value to something sometimes, even something that doesn't inherently have value. That's actually the idea behind any fiat currency. But our government is betraying the idea of a fiat currency, meaning our paper money doesn't actually have value like gold or silver does, or a valuable jewel, that it has money because it's a legal tender. So cryptocurrency, so Jerome Powell at the Fed said that they are going to try to develop, or they have a project that's taking priority, I think his words were, about a government-run crypto. And here's the thing, imagine what's happening in Canada happening here. Because what Canada's doing is they have taken over cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is now not independent. Cryptocurrency is under the power of the government. So if you have a government cryptocurrency, government already has that power over it. So imagine what kind of controls and limits that they could put on that as well. Government seizing accounts, that could happen. Government paying people off, that could happen too. Seizing money, not just freezing it, that could happen too. Incredible penalties, essentially sin taxes, but really more like a social credit score, could happen under a digital currency if that digital currency is issued by the US government. And so what is Biden going to do? He operates under this idea of modern monetary theory, where he thinks he can print as much money as he needs to fund his pet projects, his radical leftist agenda. He thinks that taxation is just a way to control people, whether it's to control them, to keep them using US currency, whether it's redistribution of wealth, whether it's a sin tax. And so what is he going to do? What is he going to do? He's going to try to trick people. He's going to try to offer them, say, oh, crypto, that's the thing of the future. We, the United States, want to get in on this. We're going to offer a government-backed cryptocurrency, but we'll just leave the rest of them to the side. We'll just restrict those as best we can, or restrict you from using those the best we can. And if you want cryptocurrency, then you have to use the government-owned one, the government-issued cryptocurrency. Now, again, this defeats the point, because the point of a cryptocurrency is to provide an alternative currency to the one that the US government issues. And government could very easily take us down if we do this, just like is what's happening with the Canadian government, with Trudeau's administration and the truckers.